Yeah, y'all doing out there in video land? This is Stiletto coming at you from the Wild Wild West. This is part two, Trailmaster Day. Trailmaster Day. All right, let's go ahead and move the box out the way. Let's break out the star of the day. Oh yeah, my brand new 52-100 Trailmaster from Chicago Knife Works. Absolutely love it. Absolutely loving it, people. Super sharp, super sharp. Well, in this video, I'm going to compare it to some other knives I think that are really good soldier's knives that are in my collection. And we're going to start off with the classic of them all. Yes, the USMC K-Bar. Just the OG. Or one of the OGs anyway. USMC K-Bar. All right. What's up next? We'll do another OG. This is the one that Patton carried during World War II. The EK-44. Oh yeah, both of these are 1095 Crowvan knives made by K-Bar. K-Bar got the contract to be able to remake the EK knives from World War II. This is a double-edged knife. This is what General Patton carried during World War II. Carried one very similar to that. Not exactly this knife, but, you know, similar, very similar. What's another great knife? Well, here goes some other modern ones. This is the butt combat knife. And this one's 5160, if I remember right. Yep, 5160. 5160 as opposed to 52-100. 5160 is a spring steel. Spring steel. High carbon spring steel. It will rust just like 52-100. 52-100 is a ball bearing steel. Both known for their toughness. Let's take the sheaths off. I know that we're going to run out of space here. We'll remove the sheaths. All right, what else we got over here? How about a SOG combat knife? Oh yeah, the Pillar. This one's in CPM S35VN. And I got a couple more over here. And well, I got let me do this one first. And why is my SE6 over here? I would put this in the same category as a good combat knife for a soldier. It's very lightweight, very useful. 1095, super tough. This one has been proven to be tough. So I would put that in this one too. And this is another EK knife, the EK-50. Which was like a utility knife for soldiers during World War II. So that one should go over here too. And also another modern one. This one's from Demko Knives. It's the Armiger. HCR. This is a really tough steel. ADC CRV2. Demko Knives, Taiwan. This one's got the swedge is sharpened on it too. That's the way they come from the factory. You also get them with a serrated swedge. Now these next two, I don't have the black versions. I mean, I do have the black version in this one. The SRK, y'all know about the SRKs. But mine's orange. This is not what I would consider a combat color. But you can get them in OD green. You can get them in a flat dark earth, and you also can get them in black. Mine is the orange one. I love this knife. To me, this is one of the best inexpensive knives that you can get for a fixed blade. You can get these things for sometimes like $20 something or $30 something. I think I paid $30 for this one. I can't remember. It was on sale at Midway. And I bought it. Got this one and the smaller one. Excellent knives. SK5 steel. SK5 is like the Japanese equivalent to 1085. It's a high carbon steel, will rust. That's why they always coat it. Another one that I would highly recommend, but I don't have a blacked out one. This is the Sanmai VG10. But you can also get these all blacked out with the black finish in SK5. And the original ones came with the Carbon V, the 1095 chromium vanadium steel. Another knife I would highly recommend for soldiers. And why I would highly recommend this size, like the 7-inch blade size, 6 to 7-inch blade size, maybe a little bit more than like the 9 to 9.5-inch blade size. It's just these sometimes could be a little bit too big and too heavy. Even though I think these are like more capable as a combat knife, if you're actually in combat, you know, having to depend on it for your life and stuff like that. I'd rather have the reach, the distance. I'd rather have the thicker blade that can chop through bones and not snap on me. I wouldn't have to worry about this. I would never worry about this knife snapping on me in a knife fight. This knife is super strong, super thick. That thought wouldn't even cross my mind. Very strong knife. And this one's made the same way. They're pretty much made the exact same way, only it doesn't have the steel guard. And this knife is very easy to carry. It's not too heavy. And it's still nice and strong and thick. And like I said, you can get these in Carbon V, the original ones. Those are the collector ones. I think I do have a Carbon V one now that I think about it. I should have pulled it out. I forgot about that. I do have a Carbon V one. And but this is the one that I've always left out because this is the one I actually use if I want to use one. This is the Sanmai. VG10 Sanmai. The outer layers are 420J and the inner layer is VG10. It's about 5 millimeters thick. K-Bar makes a whole lot of knives, and I do have a whole lot of different K-Bars. I just decided just to pull one now out, you know, that was representing the combat, the original combat line, because this is the most famous one, the one with the leather handle. This is the World War II. This is the representing the ones that were in the World War II, and that does have a sharpened back swedge. That's the way it came from the factory. I don't know if they make them like that anymore. This one's from about like the 1990s. I bought it to replace the one that I lost that my father had given me. He was a World War II vet. He was in the Marines. And this one, I always loved Patton. I always loved George C. Scott in the movie Patton. And I don't know, always liked his single shot revolvers. I love single shot revolvers too, Western style revolvers too. I don't know if y'all know that. I used to do cowboy fast draw. But I like old school stuff. I think a lot more sometimes than maybe the new school stuff. But I like seeing it remade with new materials. But keep the same original style, just make it with better materials. I sort of like that. And that's what this is. Absolutely love it, people. And this is a 5160 K-Bar combat blade. This is a super strong blade too. I've batoned through a lot of wood with this one too, and the finishes hold up, and it's just a really good knife. Highly recommend them. I know that these, when they come available, they go really quick. Very good knife. And just like before, the majority of my fixed blades, pretty much are U.S. made. I don't have that many. The only ones I really do have that aren't U.S. made are the ones that are made by Cold Steel. Pretty much all my other fixed blades are all American-made fixed blades. And I do have some collector ones that are made in Europe, you know, like the Sheffield daggers, the Fairbanks Sykes daggers, and I don't know. I have lots of other combat blades too, people. These are just the ones I just wanted to pull out. These are ones I actually would consider carrying if I had to carry one. This one is very light, and it's made out of CPM S35VN, so you have to worry about it rusting. The handle is very comfortable. I think this is a micarta handle, if I remember right. And it's very comfortable. It's a very comfortable knife. The Sog Pilar, this model right here. This knife right here is not as comfortable, but it's easy to carry. I like to carry it horizontally in front of me. That's the way I have the sheath set up. I just took an old belt and made my own way to carry it. Just carry it right in front of me. I like to carry this when I do outdoor stuff. It's like my little backup knife that I always carry with me. It smells like fish, people, because it's been used to fillet fish a lot. And this knife, I haven't carried this one because of the double edge, but I got this one. This is one of my Apocalypse knives. These are absolutely awesome. They're super lightweight. They fit in your front right pocket with a I forget the name of the clip. The kind of clip that I started using. You get the clips, you know, for your sheath, and this will work right in your front of your pocket, people. And the sheath for these is really neat too, because this sheath you can take totally apart. This part right in here is not glass filled. This is just Kray-Ex without any kind of glass filling in it. But the outer parts are glass filled. When you add the glass to the mixture, makes it for a stronger plastic. That's the reason why Cold Steel does that. It's stronger than Kray-Ex. It can fit in either way. So this sheath is truly left side or right side. Totally ambidextrous. It's a nice little setup. And like I said, you can get I forget the name of the clips, but you can get the clips for it and set it up the way that you want it so you can carry it in your front pocket. This would make an excellent front pocket knife. I just carry it regular if I was going to carry it. I don't have it set up for anything because this one right here is actually illegal for me to carry in where I live because of the double edge, but I still love it. I love double edged knives, people. I don't, you know, I still have them in my collection regardless because I just love them. But that's these, people. And this one is still the king, though. I don't know. If I had to pick one survival knife, I have to put this one through the test. I have to see if I actually like it compared to like my BK9, because so far my BK9 is like my champ. I have another knife over here too that I really like that I didn't show you guys in the other group. It's one that I took the finish off of. But this is my Wild Pig Hunter. I love my Wild Pig Hunter too. This one's 1095 also. It's differentially heat treated. It's got micarta handles on it. This is one of my favorite knives too. I forgot to pull it out. I meant to pull it out in the last group, in the first video. But this is a badass combat knife too. And it feels really good in the hand. The balance is right. It feels like you're holding a, I don't know, it reminds me of the bayonets. I know it's not a bayonet, but the shape of the blade, because my pops gave me a World War II bayonet, and it sort of reminds me of that, but it's a lot more comfortable, and it's, I don't know, the weight's better. That's the Tops Wild Pig Hunter. All right, people. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one out and put these videos out here for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy them. I'm absolutely loving this one. The next video you'll see this one, we'll be in action. We'll do some actual batoning and some woodworking with it. Absolutely love it. It does feel heavy though. This is not a lightweight knife. It does feel heavy. It does feel like if you carry this all day, you would know that you were carrying it all day. Whereas this one, you know, the original K-Bar USMC combat knife is fairly light. I can see why this was a popular knife with the soldiers. It may not be the strongest knife in the world, but it is a knife that's easy to carry, and it's a knife that you will have on you if you need it. This would be, much rather carry something like this than this if I was in a real theater or combat and I had to carry a bunch of gear and everything else. You know, because your knife is not your primary, your weapon's your primary, your firearm. If you got to fight with your knife, then you're in a bad situation. But if you do get in that situation, you do want the best thing that you can have. At least I would. I'd want the best. I'd want something that I had the most faith, the most confidence in. I'd want the best. And this is a knife I have a lot of confidence in. This Cold Steel Recon. It's super strong. And it's lightweight. It's easy to carry. I have a lot of confidence in it. This is an awesome knife too. Full tang. Super strong. I can see why it was a popular combat knife back during World War II. Super strong, and the penetrating power in this one's awesome. Double-edged, but it's not like a utility knife though. This is a combat knife. This is not a utility knife, people. This is not one that I would choose for utility. This is a knife that can be used for utility, but it's more or less really a combat knife too. But because of the thick spine and stuff like that, it makes a great knife for batoning because it's got that nice wedge. It's got a saber flat ground blade. So that's good for batoning also. This is a great utility knife. It can do some lightweight batoning and stuff like that, but I think of this one as more like a utility knife. One that you're going to use for your food prep, and you could use for knife fighting also if you got put in that kind of situation. Same thing goes for this one. This is more or less a utility knife. It looks like a dinner knife, a big dinner. I mean, it's just basically like a basic hunting knife or a basic utility knife. This one right here is also your basic hunting knife or basic utility knife type knife also. That's why I think of sort of like Bowies when they're like the smaller size. I think of them more like a utility or a hunting type knife. But it's also good as a fighter because you still got the nice clip, which gives you nice penetration with that point. Very versatile. And this one right here, this is one of my favorite knives, people. I love my SC6. This is one of my favorites right here. It's not too heavy, and it can do lightweight chopping. It's good for fairly decent, but it's fairly decent batoner. But it doesn't have the swedge that you get from a saber flat ground blade because it's full flat ground, so it tends to cut through the wood instead of spreading it apart because the blade's not super thick. So it's not the best at batoning wood. Out of all of these, this will probably be the best at batoning wood because it's just, even though it's not a saber flat ground blade, it's so thick that it's going to create a big swedge anyway. So it doesn't need to be a saber flat ground blade. That's why I predict for it. We're going to try it out. We're going to try it out, people. All right, people. Well, that's about all I got for you today. Hope everybody's doing good out there. It's a beautiful day outside. Peace out. Stiletto.